Let's rock.
So we're just trying to figure out where we're going to start and how, because you have to do the equipment setup first, and then you kind of figure out what movements and variations you're going to add to that. So equipment wise, squat stand on, squat stand off. Who knows? We're going to decide that.
What if you do a front lunge onto it? Have you ever actually started on the ground and lunge on and off of it? I never have. Like just every single time.
Like this?
Step up, lunge forward, back, down.
Well, oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
My only concern is that would have to obviously be slow. Couldn't be quick.
Should we take you down a level? I'm not, you okay there?
No, actually up would be easier with more control. I'm not a slacker. I'm the one that puts in all the work.
Oh.
I'm the one that makes all the suggestions.
Uh-oh.
Just playing right now.
Rather than just lunging, why not add like a stretch to the upper body?
Okay.
Well, what if you just go lunge, extend, lift, back, and up? So it's a
Straight.
well, you could. But
And then you're just coming.
That could be the transition to it, though.
We can
If you
pull in
wanna
Jeff's high voltage.
Start out first.
copyrighted,
Let them get
trademarked,
acclimated to the actual glide board being open, and then going here. So.
Either I kind of like what you were doing. What do you guys think?
I like that too.
like?
That's more normal.
I think right now it's still that brainstorming session where we have a general idea, and there's still a lot of vagueness to it. So we'll just start to play and see what comes out and help that give us clarity and give us a real strong direction for the workout itself. So, but here's the thing. So then, again, since we've got this group, we'll just have to show the different levels. Keeping your hands on your hips, doing it to the full range of motion and maybe a modified range of motion.
No, I agree
So
with
we
that, but I'm
demonstrate
just
all
saying, like, say for instance, everyone starts out on the same page. It's a simple step, it's a simple push, it's a simple return.
And then we
Starting out
add those
slow,
on patterns.
And then we start adding, you know, that kind of stuff in. But let them acclimate themselves to the glide board first, and the range of motion that they're allowed to take on, and then build from there.
I think we need to start something before we get on. If we're going to start
agree.
on the glide board, we need to start something on the floor first. We need to do something that's going to get them
Movement.
first.
Were you just going to do a grapevine?
That's Rob's specialty.
Wow, you even do the different legs.
I think this is just like everyone's throwing all their ideas in, and now it's just trying to find the way of settling. And I think everyone needs to have in their own head what the idea is, and that's the great thing about this, because we all challenge each other. So the fists, the gloves are off.
I want someone to jump up and down with.
Okay.
You can do that with me.
Not a way to encourage creative thought.
My intensity. My intensity.
And then you crescendo out.
Do the fish jump.
So ready? You do jump, jump, jump around, jump around, jump up, jump up.
Let's just try to at least get the beginning portion
Okay.
of it going.
No ACL.
That actually makes me warmed up.
Look at me, look at me, look at me, Elizabeth.
Look at me.
Look at me.
I'm getting hot. And we're semi-ADD, but we're actually under control today, which is shocking.
How does it feel to do front lunge, balance to rear lunge?
Yeah, we should do something this.
Here, like this.
Uh-huh.
Same leg.
Uh-huh. And do like one cycle and then switch legs.
And we could do, yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Big
go.
ones.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes,
5,
Jeff, it'll
6,
require some
7,
level of
8.
coordination.
When someone says 5, 6, 7, 8,
Ready?
I'm in trouble.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Hear that? Trouble.
Whoa!
6, 7, 8.
Music makes me anxious because I can't hear my body.
Here's the question. Is there really any reason to have anybody doing a floor thing
No.
here?
No.
Should it just be a GTS?
Just
I
a
want
gravity.
a great inclusion of the floor. I'm warm.
You're sick.
I am.
So
It's right
so it met our objective. You're warm.
For the first time ever, I think it's 10 o'clock and we actually started moving and coming up with stuff.
Going back into our thought process from before, what if,
Ooh.
because we want to look at having it go from a moderate intensity and then that build into high intensity. So what if we put a jump in the middle and stuff like that? So what if we add like a little plyo jump in the middle on the
You
ground?
can do your whole thing and then you can do,
7, 8.
and then like go back to here and here and then go to the sideline like that.
So you're going to do one, this would be one side. here.
Oh, but you would
here.
do like your
This is
finger
a
jump
2.
and then here.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Well, we came up with the idea that we wanted to work from the base and then move those movements onto the glide board. So it seems that we're all on the same page right now, which is nice, and everyone's got a slightly different angle. So Rob's got the feeling of the group side, Elizabeth's got a really dynamic way of moving, and I like it. I like where we're at right now.
So I'm just going to throw some music in so that as we're working on the choreography, we can make sure that it's going to work rhythmically, and we're happy with the rhythm and the speed of the movement.
Anytime you throw music into the mix, I'm the wild card. I don't know what's going to happen. That could help me, that can hurt me. Not real sure what's going to happen.
All right, so let's feel that rhythm. 2,
5, 6, 7, 8. Laverne and Shirley. Octopus Incorporated. Squat.
We're going squat here, but then we're actually going to go here and here, right?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if we shouldn't change the middle then. So go front,
That's
back,
going fast.
out.
And again, right.
I don't like the fact that the glide board.
I agree.
Slams.
I said slow it down.
Yeah.
It's regulators.
I say you need to slow down the glide board action because you're lunging and you have momentum, so that's going to take it
The
forward.
whole idea is that your momentum's going down and not forward.
Your control. Hello, me, the average Joe, would go and then try to go down.
I thought you were less than average.
I think we work on the same page when it comes to music, and it comes to function, and it comes to safety. I think that's the most concern right there.
This is slow, and then it's back, side, boom, whatever.
Working on my beat, baby. Working on my beat.
I like my idea of having it kind of go slow with the glide board, and then you pick up the pace on the floor, and then you bring it back slow on the glide
No
board.
problem is nobody else likes that idea.
I got you the cup.
So we start off with a closed glide board. As they get a little bit warmer, slowly we do the open glide board, and then we'll see if we can pick up the tempo on that. I'd love to collaborate. I'd love to see what Michael's doing, what Nicole's bringing to the table.
What are you thinking, Jeff?
I'm observing to try to, I hope there's some type of osmosis that occurs where I catch this all.
Everyone's coming up with different ideas, so I think for Jeff, that environment becomes hectic, so he needs to kind of sit back, and then when he makes a suggestion, he makes a suggestion. It's actually not like us, we're just stream of consciousness talking, and he's just someone who will think about it, analyze it, and then make a suggestion.
I'm loving where we're going with this. How are you guys feeling?
Good.
Do we want to like...
I want to nail it down, though.
Okay, so the thing is that back to the one thing I'm not sure on, what I'm kind of unclear about, is how this is working with our previous theme of having like a crescendo. So right now we're like, what, at that medium intensity warming up? Are we working someplace to a crescendo?
How
and
long
then
do we
come
want
back
the
down?
crescendos
Yeah.
is the question. Do we want like a block of an exercise,
Like
a series just to be the slow, and then do we
Right.
want the next block of exercises? Still can be lower body, so do we want that hardcore?
Well,
That's
and-
where our jumps can come in, or plyos.
Well, and we just talked about slowing it down, because once we go to an open glide board, you guys were saying that rhythm was too fast.
Right.
So should we just start slow? That make more sense?
Well, I think we need to
Should we
do
start
several.
off the GTS and
No, I think we need to acclimate right onto the GTS. Take the exact same move and create that intensity by opening the glide board, and then take that exact same move by an intensity of opening the glide board and now doing some plyometric jumps.
So think about
build it
this
from
for a
there.
second. If we do that starting out, we're going to do that with every single exercise.
Right.
So lunge, crescendo. Pull up, crescendo.
Right.
So or do we want to do a sequence of slow exercises and then pull everything in like on or off the GTS and do our crescendo?
one thing I'm struggling with a little bit is our original theme is to get this crescendos and have it kind of have the ebb and flow, and we haven't found that yet.
If we do all the kind of lunges, we carry through that theme, and then we go to a different theme later on in the workout. We can do that. I mean,
I think it's going to
okay.
be difficult to have a crescendo in every, in every muscle group we target. Otherwise, some muscle groups you just won't be able to do
but I
it.
think you can do like the lunges.
What about this though? What if we just look at like the flow that we're in, because we're getting onto a good flow, and it looked like where we can progress this to, maybe this just builds to an intensity. And so every section we just kind of build to an intensity and then back out of that intensity and then maybe change body positions.
I also think as we're moving, we'll discover things that flow into an intensity and other things that we'll want to go, like when we were practicing to go into like more yoga style movements, ballet board, etc.
Cool. So do you want the music back on?
Yo!
Okay. So yeah, they're
Right now I'm a little caught off guard with the music, kind of tough for me. Others in the group are good with this type of environment. My style is to sit in a cubicle and write a program, have a strategy based on strong principles or laws, and really have the end goal in mind. So this is a challenge for me.
I like.
do that sequence. Let me time it. Because was the warm-up section long enough? Like before you added balance, challenges, and intensity, was that enough? You know, I don't know even if what we've created right now will end up in the workout, but I think we're starting to get onto something.
I'm switching music. We're going to start with slower music, so it might help us just to kind of do the little warm-up, and then we'll see how the faster music picks in.
Well, I was thinking if the music was slow enough, we wouldn't have to go slower.
Okay, like
Still doing it
at the regular tempo.
at the regular tempo, but this regular tempo is slower. So now add different arm motions to that same thing.
Let's do rotation.
Do some kind of sequence there 2 more times. That's cool. All right, so now you guys try that same thing you were just doing at this tempo. So now try exactly the same thing you were doing at this tempo. So if we could then edit the music to fit. There you go. Does it feel that much different
So
in
we're
speed
no arms
or
here.
just in emotion?
No arms here, right?
It doesn't feel different in speed.
No?
It's a way to get you more.
Well, you would have already established arms.
Should we slow it down, like for the first couple episodes?
Well, what my hope was, and I guess it didn't work there, was that the Pilates music would actually be significantly slower, so we could go at the still half-time tempo. It would just be slower, so it'd be like going from music that's 110 to music that's 128.
What if we just did those slow things on the floor? And then took them onto the gravity.
Told you.
So it goes through these two.
And that's faster. Okay. Do you have any hip-hop music on here?
Oh, that would mean what? I'm just gonna keep going. I think he has an idea in mind. He wants a certain beat. I'm not the music person.
So if we, so just not to lose time on starting and stopping with the music, we could assume, if we like this idea, that rather than using the pop music at a slower speed, we could later on do this editing with the music. Get some slow music, go half-time with the slow music, have the music speed build up, and the movement stay the same.
I like that.
I'm happy with that.
I'm gonna go ahead and write the program. Figured out by 2 o'clock. I'll have the whole thing written out by 1:30. Come back at 1:30. So I'm trying to move ahead a couple steps and put together some sequences of exercises, which I think this is all about, to be able to contribute in the capacity that I believe I can contribute.
So if we always rotate right or always rotate left, you still get it.
So now it's faster without arms.
No knee?
I say no. Arms.
Yes, knee.
Balance.
We don't know.
Okay.
Let me out.
Woo! Thank you.
What was the word? Conundrum? What? Conundrum?
Choros?
Choro. Crescendo. 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 How do you spell crescendo?
Michael, can you do that again? When you're back, then go out instead of coming in. So then you're back, go out, in, out, in. Does it work with the rhythm? So go over. No, you can't go into the That's it. That's it.
How'd you do it?
Good. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it works, but it doesn't make sense because we've been doing 2 lunges. Now all of a sudden we just go to 3.
Here, squat, lunge. Well,
He's not really what we call a collaborator.
Thank you.
So Rob, how does it feel to cue? Because that's the other thing you gotta think about.
That's the thing that I'm thinking about is, could you cue it away? Yeah, but it doesn't make logical progression. So what we could choose to do if you want is just as like a maximizer crescendo, just do those split lunges, forget about the squats, come back to the center, maybe do a set of the squats, and then have that be our transition to change energy.
Well, so you're explaining that we do the lunges side, and then we add the plyos there,
Right.
and then the last one we hold it and we jump, together, turn.
Yeah, you just do like maybe you just do
Or
so.
just somebody
So you've
else.
built this great thing where you're doing all this, you know, and now all of a sudden, if you wanted to, then you could just do a drill here.
What's good is we can say what we think without it being offensive. So, you know, if something's not working for me rhythm-wise, I just have to go, how do I get this rhythm? And then everyone else will try it, say it, do it. But I think we're on the right page right now.
And now I would definitely say this is where we should come down to the glide board and maybe do some plank work, crouching tiger kind of stuff, you know, downward, upward facing dog kind of
I
thing.
was gonna say,
And
when
get
the
away
other
from this whole
option, you don't
lunges.
want-
I wouldn't even go to side lunges or rear lunges because I feel like we've done a lot of, you know, we're probably a long time into lunges.
Well, I would say the other option is that you can go and you can do that. The plyo jumps in and out are hard. So to go right into this would be maybe too much. So what you could do is then you come down and you can do what the squat thrust, and then you hold the one squat thrust down, you come to here, and then you come slowly roll it up, and then you can then add the lunges back. Or I don't know, something like
Well,
that.
I'm just thinking we should finish this section
Okay.
with a crescendo.
Rob's leadership role is coming out, which is perfect. This is great. So we have a concept that we're developing. We have some good ideas, but now how does it all work together? So this is what we're looking for. Thanks.
So this would be great because you just finished with a lunge move. So if we then, you know, kind of use this as a release from our lunges, and then we could move into whatever you guys think if you wanted to.
The
and here.
tiger needs to
If we
elbow.
want to, as you know, I don't know if we want to build on that, but we could bring this up if we want.
I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Rather do that than
and
what?
with like a down dog kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, just from we did lunges, so I can see coming from a lunge there to a lunge out here as a same movement pattern, lower intensity, and then moving away from that lunge altogether and into this next kind of sequence.
I got some prone work on. They're hitting prone, so I want to get this in there. So, problem is you gotta whittle your way in this group, man. They're strong personalities, so you know, like Bill Nye, the science guy over here, trying to.
Maybe we could do this one. Maybe we could perhaps throw a little.
This is how
lunge in.
Jeff's mind works.
That's like the
This
last
is how
paper.
Nicole's mind works.
would have been plyo squat.
I just do what they tell me, but I have no structure. He's creating it, but he doesn't know how to chime in.
I think we all have our own process, and so whenever you get a group and everybody's got their own way, some people like to work independently and bring what they've finished together to the group. Other people love to collaborate and get great ideas off of each other's ideas.
I know Jeff's challenged a little bit with the beat, but whatever, let him be. He'll start playing a little bit once he observes.
I think that first sequence, I can't get my hand around it. So you guys are doing well with that. I'm working on the prone sequence,
Okay.
so maybe we can shut down the music for a couple seconds and.
I see Jeff over there mulling things around in his head, and then I know he's going to have some brilliant moment that will probably take everything to a totally different direction.
As I was thinking in the prone position, to go into like to start off with some shoulder stabilization in the sagittal plane. Why is that fun? And then go into more of the difficult work where we do a single arm plank with the reach in the sagittal plane, and then in the frontal plane, and then transverse plane.
Live work can be open or close.
Yep, glide board. And then going right into the other side, doing the same thing, and then going into some like Jane Fonda's.
Wow.
Jane Fonda. Wait a second, I've got the ankle.
in there.
I've got
sagittal plane.
Sagittal plane.
And then going into
I've got the ankle weights on, so I'm right there.
crescendo.
All right,
Hold
all
it.
right. So when I look at that, because I think there's a lot of great stuff there that
Yeah.
we can definitely use. What I'm seeing is medium intensity, back to our crescendo, high intensity with the Jane Fondas, and then bringing it back.
So first we were doing this, and then we were doing this, and then we did bring your hands down and do this, and then we were mentioning hiking. And then we were saying, look at this.
Like Ron Jeremy.
What is he doing over there? That's how you do the pelvic drivers.
It's hard to drive your pelvis in every direction.
It is hard.
Oh boy.
Did you get this on camera?
What is this?
Get out of there. That's.
Show me what I'm trying.
It's the eating food pyramid.
I'm trying to categorize them into plus or minus, like restorative or taxing or expending.
Plus and minus. Which one?
A lot of talking. I can't focus on the program with all the chat.
We need to wrap our mind around a 30-minute workout with little intervals happening through the flow.
It pretty much is an interval workout.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So I would like to contribute to the prone sequence, if possible,
No lift being while you're talking.
so I can start to
Okay.
integrate myself with this system. I really had nothing to offer during that first sequence because I was just trying to see where you're headed. I think it was I was quite pleased with your work.
Oh, Jeff.
That was a serious comment for you guys out there. That was, they've got it. You see, you guys were on the beat within the ninth minute. I think.
Let's transition though from the lunges
let's
and do that.
Stop at the. Let's start at the bottom of the
I'm not
phrase.
doing any more plyos.
Where are we at with things?
Remember,
I need a sugar fix.
Major goal here.
We've come to the part where we're transitioning, so we've probably just hit like a
So we have
an attention deficit lull. No, we've hit an opportunity here now where we're
5
gonna
minutes.
take the dynamics from being really
Yeah.
very explosive with the plyometric lunges, and now we need to transition onto the board, and we need to bring the heart rate down. But the thing is, when you're going into that prone position, for some people, it's going to be really, really difficult.
So here's a little structure for you, not quite in the way that you think, but every body position, we look for a 5-minute progression there, with the exception of if we go lateral, we'll go 2.5 and 2.5, because I'm guessing that lunge section's about 5 minutes. So if we got 5 minutes there, if we stay in this position 5 minutes, then we can.
15% complete.
No, we're not. Yeah,
No,
we're
we're
not even.
not even a
We're
third.
at 1/6.
Yeah, we're not even a
Once
third.
we're prone, we jump up and do lats.
Pull-ups.
Okay.
Then we have to make sure our lap bars are down prior to starting the workout.
Can I just make a little contribution here? At the rate that we're going, we've done about 5 minutes exercise in 2.5 hours. So for a 30-minute workout, we're going to be here till about 8 o'clock tonight.
I agree. So let's move.
Lat bars down. Lat bars down. Consensus. Yes.
Last we left off here.
It's like it's like Lost in Space. Last week we left our Voyagers stranded at the bottom of the base stand.
So let's look at the transition, the slow reverse lunges. This is what Nicole said. I'm just saying to tell you guys.
Right there.
And then come to plank position. Glide board closed.
How do you want us to? Are we here? Out,
Yes. Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Boom. So knees on, hands on.
first move is going to be the lunge. That's your last one. So then come down.
There.
Yeah.
Hold the thing.
6, 7.
1. Work that here.
Oh, slower. Here.
We should go bent, step, bent, step. So then we can press out. 5, 6, 7, 8, out.
That's slower.
Yeah,
So it's gotta be slower. So go out, hips in, back, knees bent, out, hips down, back, knees bent.
I got one.
Oh gosh.
Did you just do this, Rob?
Dog.
Now P.
Yeah.
With the facial expression. So
Like that.
come on guys.
Cheese.
We gotta get back on the board.
Squeeze.
And what's next,
Squeeze
Jeff?
that cheese. All right, then you'll come out to a single arm plank, hand right in the middle of the glide board. And what you're gonna do is drive your arm in the sagittal plane, going anterior and posterior, all the way back, reaching
Same
past
arm
the
for a
hip.
couple of reps.
That's it. And then you go 4 reps
Let
per
your
arm,
hips move with that.
all the way up.
Hips come
Yep,
down, that's
hips
it.
move, hips move.
Oh wow.
You're letting your hips sink?
It's kind of like pick me up
Over here. Straight arm. Sweep it. There you go. Sweep.
And then we go into transfer. Then we go into transverse
thread the
plane.
needle.
There it is. Thread the needle. I see some soft spots in these guys. They have a little difficulty with the shoulder work. They're used to all the dance stuff. They're strong down there. They can kick my butt there. Found their weakness. Put them in a prone plank position. Hop stuff. They got nothing.
Yeah, let's mark Jeff's. Let's all go through Jeff's real fast. From Jeff's, let's hit Jane Fonda's, and then Jane Fonda's, let's work out this next
Are we
sequence.
doing Jane Fonda's sagittal, frontal, and
Yeah, transverse.
It's critical.
we're working together, and I know we're going to come up with something because we've got so many bits and pieces of things, and great contribution.
The glide board's closed. It's fast. Glide board's closed and it's fast. It's Elizabeth tempo.
Oh, sorry.
Up and under. Up and under. Yes.
Under and
Up and under. You're going under and up. Yeah, you're right there.
Check Rob out right now. Check him out. Check him out.
Instead of pulling back, you can kind of pull back for a rest.
Oh, okay.
He's so serious. It's so funny.
So
Okay, yeah.
it's hips up,
I wasn't doing that.
then to plank, but not hips down.
I'll help Rob. I'll help him. Now, over the top of the head. Reach over. Reach. Here, Rob. Square your hips. Square your hips.
We're working on tempo. Not too sure if we should take that arm reach over the head fast or slow. We have a mixed consensus here, so we'll figure it out in just 1 second.
4 quick, 2 slow, 4 quick, 2 slow, 4 quick, and then a lot of transition time. Then it's huge transition
Can't we do like
time.
a crouching tiger in the?
We could put something in the middle for
or like,
sure.
can't we just put like
Absolutely.
like a stretch, like a child pose stretch in there?
Sure.
We've completed about 15 minutes worth of time in maybe about 3 hours. So I'm hoping to move a little bit more forward, but I think now we're in a roll. So I think once we get to the cable work, I mean, always it's just kind of laying the groundwork. So I think once we get to the cable work, we'll be fine.
I think we're ahead of schedule.
Do you really?
We've got 15 minutes done and we're only 3 hours in. That means if I do find the least common denominator there, we're good to go. We're going to be done early.
Let's go from this position again. Let's, you know what, we turn the music on and let's take it and feel what it feels like if we do 2 slow, 4 quick.
6, 7, 8. 2.
Let's call that
3.
full.
Okay.
Okay, now to Jeff's first part, we just go out
We have to transform.
and in. Out.
Okay, I have a question.
4 more. Don't.
4, so we're doing 8.
Don't ask the question.
Good, yeah. Take it over. Take it under. Now fast. Take it up, down,
Beautiful, guys.
down, up, down, and up. Good. Bring your both hands on. We're jamming today.
We are
Jam
jamming.
session.
I felt like there was good energy when we all did it in sync. That felt
Exactly.
good, yeah.
I do think we should have a pattern, but do 1 minute of that sequence
Just what, yeah.
freestyle.
Oh,
or not
freestyle.
freestyle, a pattern.
Like,
but
I think we should go back to
speed.
it again fast, not
Yeah.
just the cattywampus one. Just
Yeah, the whole thing.
yeah, and have it fast.
Yeah. You know, I think it's just fun just to see where we're going, get everybody's input, and start to create a workout.
Yep, overhand, overhand, underhand, underhand.
Cool with that. And then finish with both arms. Just blow it out. Yeah, you can kind of force, Jeff, you can kind of push yourself down.
Jeff, you gotta just push it down right here.
Thank God nobody caught that on tape or anything. So we just finished doing all of our thoracic extension and pull-up section. So now we're gonna go to the cables.
Okay, we have to transition, stand up, move the level.
Maybe move the level.
Yeah, possibly move the level and then attach the cables.
Only took us 3 hours.
To go how long?
15 minutes.
Can I go outside and
But to be honest, this is probably the fastest we've worked.
I think the cool thing here is it doesn't have to be all that different in terms of exercises as much as that we start to integrate some Pilates moves and some yoga moves if they work there and still stick to this intensity. Objective, medium, high intensity, somewhere into Pilates or yoga.
It's going well.
I like that.
What are you doing there?
And then we sideline.
me?
Yeah.
This feels really good on my lower back right now.
Did you fall? Are you okay?
I'm falling, I can't get up.
And then you
Whoa.
up and around. Up and around. Up and around. You feeling it?
Yeah. I am. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
Kind
Let's
of.
do that. Like a full body. Where was Jeff going?
He was going.
And you can get more
Yeah,
overhead.
he was there. He was, no, remember he was doing that functional
But
thing.
I like what Elizabeth's doing, and I just think
Then over.
that's one of the great things about our equipment is that we can do that.
No, we're trying to get to a crescendo in a certain sequence that we're trying to put together.
We finished with the static equilibrium punching. So now that was a high intensity move. So then we're going to go to a
Outside.
The mermaid.
yeah, the mermaid, and do a really more fluid movement.
Lateral, though.
And then the torso rotations bringing us back to a moderate level. When we go backward, we'll stay moderate and then put our next burst in when we're backward. We'll have that burst, then when we come to this side, we'll be able to go back to the mermaid on this side to kind of phase down and back to lateral, backward, lateral, like we said before, but put the kind of fluidity before the torso rotations.
We just put this routine together today, so I don't know
What's
that
this?
it's really perfect
Oh.
if we don't have it. Or if we don't have it perfect, it's okay, as far as cueing and how we perform the exercises. So hopefully the viewers do understand that. We just put this together.
Well, yeah, I think that the point is we would never put the general public on this
Right.
until we were
Until
comfortable
you-
teaching it.
exactly.
And taught like friends and other
Perfect.
instructors for sure.
Perfect.
But we want to give them the best example of how to teach it if they want to teach it. But
Yeah.
remember, you're going to have to work on this a lot and really get comfortable within your body. You know your students much better how much longer you should take, if you should take some of these reps out and stick with some sections a lot longer and stuff like that. This is just a fun workout, and the way that we create workouts and then teach it on real people before we'd actually ever give it to you,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Perfect
Like-
example today.
Exactly.
Yeah. Perfect.